So since I have like a love-hate relationship with all the Winter Soldier comparisons, not because I don't get them. I get them. I just get it. You know, I have a metal arm. Obviously I was a Marine. But I was like I really do train very hard to be able to use a prosthetic like I do. And the problem is that like in real life I am disabled and I was wounded in combat. So I have so many injuries. And you know, it's hard to do things like that. And I used to be able to say that like or I used to say that I would like in real life I would like smoke the Winter Soldier just because like in the movies I was like oh wow, you know, he's shiny arm, not camouflaged, kind of slow, not very sneaky. But recently I made that joke, but then I like got a bunch of injuries and so I wasn't able to train as much and I injured my shoulder, so I haven't been able to shoot as much. Training with the rifle is hard whenever my flesh side is getting injured. I had injured my shoulder doing a ruck, just from wearing a prosthetic and taking it on and off. I like think I tore my labrum. But I wanted to show for the people who were curious about my shooting setup, because I got a lot of inquiries from like especially Ukrainian people, and I think I met some of the Ukrainian soldiers at the Warrior Games last year, and there was a language barrier, and also it was like kind of like a very tight schedule, and I felt bad because they were asking about this arm, people who were missing their arm above the elbow, because that's really the people who could benefit from this kind of system. It's not available, and I'm trying to work on maybe one day getting this available for more people, but I did want to show what my setup currently was and like what the equivalent to that would be. Somebody, it's mostly above the elbow or above the elbow people who were asking about the elbow. It's not available, but my hand, the Jaws Prehensor that I'm using is available. And it's just something that like if you're below the elbow, you don't have the issues that they have. But this is my setup. And so if you're above the elbow, you're just going to have to find an elbow that locks and that you can trust with the rifle. And so what I ended up doing is it was kind of hard to open and close it, but I ended up putting the jaws on the highest lock setting so I could trust that the recoil wasn't going to force the claw open and it wasn't going to force me to let go of the weapon. And so even if I couldn't take it off, at least I was like attached to the weapon. But I wasn't training with the flak all day long. It's the only video I got in horizontal format because I was like, let me get horizontal format because YouTube has been so good to me. So I wasn't, this looks really rough, but it was like I'm wearing rifle plates and it was just I'm not in shape for this kind of stuff for shooting all day long. And it's really hard on my arm to be able to lift through the plate carrier, which is good, a workout, but I'm already lifting a metal arm with a short nub. But I just wanted to show you guys the motion that I ended up being able to achieve just with a day of shooting, working on especially that offset with the Jaws Prehensor and the Havoc arm.